Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is July 8th, 1983. We are beginning the second half of the 1983 season. We are back here at Candlestick Park as the Chicago Cubs take on the San Francisco Giants. We saw the Giants before we went into the All-Star break, and we're going to see them again tonight here after the All-Star break, and that's because the Chicago Cubs have not been featured yet in the second block. The Cubs is the last team we have not seen in this block. After tonight, teams that are no longer in that I feel are no longer in the playoff hunt will not be seen anymore on the board. They can, of course, come back via a 10-minute ticker, and if they do, which has happened before, we will see them again. But at least for the third schedule block, we will not be seeing certain teams. We're only going to stick to teams that have winning records and are at least 5 games out of third, and that should be about it. I need to generate some more board records for those teams. So we now begin the second half of the season, but this is the final game of the second block. The Cubs come into this game a record of 37-42, 5 games under 500. The Giants are a game over 500 at 40-39, and we'll see how these two teams fare against each other. DB and Doug Hunt are first to join us here at Candlestick Park. The Giants historically won this game 4-1. They had 7 hits, no errors. The Cubs had 6 hits and 1 error. And we'll see what Fall Classic has to do tonight. For those of you who have been checking, of course, my community board, you've noticed there will be a demo of Inside Pitch Advanced. I am scheduling that for Sunday. It is actually a tentative schedule. Still may not be ready to demo the game yet, but we're working on to it. If anybody has any questions about that, check out Craig Scarborough's channel for you Inside Pitch fans that want to see what this game will be about. I do have some prototype cards and stuff, but you will not see those until the demo. But that's Inside Pitch. Tonight, it's all about Fall Classic. So I hope you guys will join us tonight for a good game here. So, without further ado, I guess we should get to tonight's game. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants will be Bill Laskey. 13 wins, 10 losses in 83, a 132 whip. Bill Laskey gave up 2 earned runs in the historical game, so he is going to be rated as an A pitcher. As you know, I like to use ratings for pitchers depending on how they started. Relief pitchers will always be rolled when they come out. So Bill Laskey is going to be an A pitcher tonight, starting for this game. As Ben Witz now joins us here at Candlestick Park. So it is time and set and ready to go as we now begin the second half of the 1983 baseball season. What will happen as we get closer to the postseason? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's get things started. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Cubs is going to be the center fielder, Mel Hall, 283 average, 17 homers, 56 RBIs. We're going to use black, white, and orange dice. Giants are the home team. New house rule now being implemented. If a 31 comes on a pitcher's card, it is no longer an automatic, whatever it is. It will be a range play, and the D20 will tell me what the range is. If the fielder does not make the range play, it will be an automatic. It will be just a single, and that it will be a single 1 star no matter what. If he makes a range play, he takes the single away. We're going to try that as a house rule tonight. Michael Peterson and now joins us here. Do I have new felt? Yeah, I did get some new felt. That's why it looks a lot better than it did. Philip Reynolds now joins us here at Candlestick Park. It is time to start the second half of the 1983 baseball season. Let's see what happens. 41, and let's see, Laskey, that's going to be a walk. So the first thing he's going to do is walk Mel Hall. So Hall will draw the base on balls to start the game. First walk given up by Laskey. And the next batter is the second baseman, Hall of Famer, Ryne Sandberg. Absolutely. 261 average, 8 homers, 48 RBIs. Hall is on at first. Laskey will pitch. And that's a 33. And that's going to be a base hit for Sandberg. It's going to be a single. And it's going to be a base hit to center field. And Mel Hall, he is going to hold at second base. He will not try to go to third. So a single for Sandberg, and now right all of a sudden we got already runners at first and second. And the next batter will be the first baseman, Bill Buckner, 280 average, 16 homers, 66 RBIs in 83. So runners at first and second now, nobody out, top of the first. Pitch coming. 44, that's a 10, and that's going to be a base hit for Buckner. He's going to get a single. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. Second home assist, though. So Mel Hall is coming around. He's going to try to score. And that's the right fielder. That's Jack Clark. And Clark has an assist rating of 6. He's going to throw to the plate, and Hall is going to be out. Fast runner batter to second to home. So Sandberg is going to actually make third on the throw, and Buckner does have speed. He will take second, but Mel Hall is going to be thrown out by Jack Clark. So he doesn't get there, but the runners will move 2 bases. So now I will turn that into a double, but that's going to be 1 out as Mel Hall, fast runner, but Jack Clark has an assist rating of 6, which pretty much is an automatic out. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Candlestick Park. Now runners at second and third. That'll bring up the left fielder, Leon Durham, 258 average, 12 homers, 55 RBIs. So now runners at second base here, and 1 out. The infield is going to play. They're going to play back. It's early here for the game. So Laskey will go ahead and he will pitch. And that's a 26. And against a righty, Durham's going to get a base hit. That'll be a single. Against a righty, base hit to left field. Sandberg will come in to score. And Buckner, second to home, scores if weak or average arm. As the left fielder, that is Leonard. He has an average arm. Buckner's going to come around to score, and Durham has a 2 RBI single. So the Cubs jump out in front quickly, 2-0 on a base hit by Durham. And 2 runs will score there. So now 1 out, but the Cubs jump out in front. And that will bring up the third baseman, the Penguin, Ron Cey. I believe he belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. 275 average, 24 homers, 90 RBIs in 83. So now runner on at first, 1 out, but already 2-0 Cubs here in the top of the first. Pitch coming, 36, and that is going to be a fly ball. That's going to be a fly out to center field, and Durham's going to hold at second. And that's going to be a fly out to center because on Laskey's card, it's an out F, which is an automatic fly ball, and Durham stays at first, 2 down. 2 outs now, and now we'll see the right fielder, Keith Moreland, 302 average, 60 homers, 70 RBIs. I feel Moreland was a heck of a player. Brandon Baker joins us here at Candlestick Park. So runner on first, 2 outs, 2-0 Cubs. Pitch from Laskey, 43, and that is going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to first base. That'll be handled by Darrell Evans. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and a walk. And already the Cubs have jumped out in front quickly, 2-0. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs tonight is Dickie Noles. 5 wins, 10 losses, a 146 whip. Dickie Noles only gave up 2 earned runs in the start. He is also going to be rated as an A pitcher for the game. Captain Carl 8 now joins us here at Candlestick Park. So the Giants now will top the bat in the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Giants is the shortstop, Johnny LeMaster, 240 average, 6 homers, 30 RBIs. So 2-0 Cubs here, and Noles will go ahead and pitch. 66, that's a 20, and that's going to be a base hit for LeMaster. He'll lead off with a single. And he also has a steal chance, and his stolen base rating is a 13. And I think he had 39 steals, a 66, a single plus, and they're gonna send LeMaster. So LeMaster, let's see here, he is base stealing attempt. He is a 13. The catcher Davis has an average arm, so Johnny LeMaster is going to try to steal, and a 1-13, he is safe, and he's out. Johnny LeMaster tries to steal, but he is thrown out at second base, and 1 out. Tried to steal there, but he gets caught out. The next batter will be the third baseman, Tom O'Malley, 259 average, 5 homers, 45 RBIs. And let's see here. Yes, I see there, Jimmy. I know I didn't get a chance to use Ron Kittle. I am so sorry. I did not get a chance to use Kittle. I know. I wanted to get everybody in there, but the way that game went, it was just crazy. All-Star games, I can't always get everybody on the field. I try. I really do. But don't worry there, Jimmy Jam. Your White Sox aren't going anywhere. They're in the top of their division. You'll be seeing plenty of them. You will be seeing lots more White Sox coming up. So O'Malley is the batter, and Noles will pitch to him. 23, and that's a 1-12 with a strikeout. That's a 7, and that is a swing and a miss, and struck him out. First strikeout for Noles. He had 59 of them in 83. So now 2 outs. And now the first baseman, Darrell Evans, 277 average, 30 bombs, 82 RBIs that year. You can't believe Harold Baines was left. How can you not believe Harold Baines left the SG roster? He stinks. Noles will pitch. Noles, 33, and that's going to be a base hit for Evans. He'll get a single. Evans gets his first hit of the game, and he'll hold it first. And now we'll see the right fielder, Jack Clark, big-time ball player. 268 average, 20 homers, 66 RBIs in 83. So Evans on at first, 2 outs here. And Noles will go ahead and he will pitch. 33, that's a base hit for Jack Clark. That'll be a single. And Evans, let's see, a base hit to right field, and Evans will advance to third. So a single for Clark, runners at first and third with 2 outs. And now the left fielder, Jeffrey Leonard, 279 average, 21 homers, 87 RBIs. So Evans on at third, Clark on at second. How does 10-minute ticket works with Fall Classic the way it would any other game? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the game I actually use. That other channel don't leave Hall of Famers out of the All-Star game. Well, Harold Baines is not a Hall of Famer. Well, he is in the Hall, but he's not a Hall of Famer. Noles will pitch. 13, and that is going to be an out, and that is going to be a ground ball to third by Leonard, and that'll get picked up by Say, and he's going to throw to second to get Clark, and that will do it. No runs, 3 hits for the Giants, and a caught stealing. 2-0 Cubs after 1. Top of the second. And let's see. Leading off for the Cubs will be the shortstop, Larry Bowa. I feel Larry Bowa belongs to the Hall of the Very Good. 267 average, 2 homers, 43 RBIs in 83. Pitch from Laskey, 13. That's going to be an out, and that's going to be grounded right back up the middle to Laskey. Laskey's going to get that. He's going to toss it over to first for the out. And that is out number 1. 1 man down, and here comes the catcher, Jody Davis. Heck of a player, too. 271 average, 24 homers, 84 RBIs in 83. Pitch from Laskey. 41, that's going to be ball 4. He'll walk Davis. And he'll trot to first. That is the second walk given up by Laskey. And now we'll see the pitcher, Dickie Noles. He had a 237 average and 5 RBIs. I don't know if I want him to bunt. Here. You got a 2-0 lead. You know what? I may have him swing. He can hit the ball. Davis on at first, but he does strike out. Let's see. No strategy roll to the side. So let's Peterson says no bunt. Pitch from Laskey. 41, and that's gonna be a PX. So if I'm correct, that is not gonna be a walk. I forget the PX chance. Let me just look that up real fast, which I have right here. PX. The reading goes to the pitcher card, and if the result is a ground out, then it's an automatic double play. If the result is a ground out, then it's an automatic double play if there's a runner on first. Well, the pitcher card is a walk. So if the result is a ground out, that's an automatic double play if there's a runner on first. But if I'm correct, anytime the X read, what Tony Porter says, he says anytime the X reading comes up, that should be a double play no matter what. And even though Laskey gives up a walk here, I'm going to go with that house rule, and I'm going to say that's going to be a double play. And that's going to be a ground out to short, 6-4-3 double play, inning over. So we'll go to the bottom of the second here, 2-0 in favor of the Cubs, as Noles will go ahead and ground out into the twin killing. Next batter for the leading off for the Giants is going to be the center fielder, Chili Davis. 233 average, 11 homers, 59 RBIs that year in 83. Noles will pitch. 35, and that's going to be a base hit. Davis will go ahead and get a single, and he'll head to first. Base hit for Davis. He gets to first base. And now we will see the catcher, Milt May, a 247 average, 6 homers, 20 RBIs that year. Davis on at first. Noles will go ahead and pitch. And 22, that's going to be an out. And it will be a ground out to first. And if there's a runner on first, the runner goes to second. So it's a ground ball to first. Noles is going to have to come over there and make the play. Davis goes to second. That is out number 1. So now 1 down. And here comes the second baseman, Dwayne Kuiper. 250 average, no homers, 14 RBIs that year. Davis on at second, pitch from Noles. 46, that's off the ballpark. That's a 7, and that's going to go way into the stands, and that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Trying again, 54, that's off the 54 chart. And let's see, wild pitcher passed ball. Refer to pitcher's wild pitch rating if it's 18. And Dickie Noles has a wild pitch rating of 17. So no, that is not going to be a wild pitch. That is not going to be a wild pitch. And I forget if it's not a wild pitch, does it become? I think it becomes an out, doesn't it? There's still some things about this game I still have some issues with. Trying to learn. Let's see here. Timeout for 1 second. Let's see here. Timeout. Give me 1 minute here. I keep on forgetting that rule. It's not a pass ball. Who's that? I know I had it here someplace. I know I had it here somewhere. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. There we are. The batter gets another swing. That's what I thought. Okay, so he does get to roll again. My bad. Okay, he'll try again. 15, and that's going to be an out. That's going to be an 18, and that is going to be a fly. That's going to be an X, but that's jeez. Okay, so let's just play it right. So that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a ground ball to third, automatic double play, but not with a runner on second. So runner holds. 2 outs. So Kuiper goes ahead and grounds out. And that will bring up the pitcher, Bill Laskey. Laskey, a 106 average, no homers. And 2 men down. Davis on at second. 65, that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a comebacker right back to Noles. Noles will go ahead and get that, and he will make the catch and ground it over to first and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Giants. 2-0 after 2. Top of the third, and top of the order for the Cubs. Here's Mel Hall. Hall walked his first time up. Sorry for the delay, guys. Laskey, 16. That's going to be a strikeout. He'll get him, struck him out. First K for Laskey. He had 81 of them that year. Next batter is Sandberg. Sandberg got a single his first time up. Pitch from Laskey, 26, and against the lefty, that would be a single, but Laskey's a righty. Instead, that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a ground ball right back to Laskey. He's going to get a hold of that and toss over first for out number 2. And now Buckner. Buckner got a double his first time up. By the way, you just got your field game delivered to your door. The 19th field game. What, field day baseball, Ben Witz? Laskey with the pitch. 34, and that will be an out, and that's going to be a grounder to second base. Taken care of there by Dwayne Kuiper. He'll throw it over to first and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. They have a 2-0 lead here going in the bottom of the third. Let's see, Dickie Noles can pitch to 27, and Laskey, he can pitch to 28 before worry about fatigue. Top of the order for the Giants, here's Johnny LeMaster. He got a single his first time, and then got caught stealing. John Haverly joins us here at Candlestick Park. Pitch from Noles. 52, that's a possible strikeout. The 5 is high. It was not. So it's going to be a possible error, and it's going to be a possible error on the second baseman. Second baseman is Ryne Sandberg. His ever rating is a 4. And he's not going to make an error. Sandberg will get that with no problem. He'll toss it over, and that will be out number 1. Sandberg didn't make many errors that year. Here's O'Malley. O'Malley's 0 for 1. He caught the ASG on reply. Quite a memorable game. Oh, the All-Star game. Yes. A little crazy, and some of the rules were kind of like, well, botched, but the game was still fun to play. Every time I try to put together a good All-Star game, I always seem to botch the rules somehow. But then again, it's exhibition. Who cares? Noles, 64, and that is going to be an out. And that is going to be a hard line drive right to second, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 down for Evans. Evans got a single his first time up. And Noles with the pitch. 44, that's going to be a single for Darrell Evans. He'll get a base hit there. And Evans gets his second hit of the game. You got the current version of Inside Pitch. You have to get used to the new charts for starting a replay, probably 1969. 1969 is a great year for a number of reasons. A, the Mets won it. B, I was born. And C, I just did a 1969 replay of Inside Pitch. Runner on first, here's Clark. Clark got a single his first time up. Noles will go ahead and deal, and that's an 11, and that's going to be a base on balls. So he's going to walk Clark on that one, and now runners at first and second here as the Giants are threatening. Clark does have an automatic steal on there, but he's not going to go with Evans at second. So now a chance for Leonard. Leonard is 0 for 1. 2 men out. Runners at first and second. Cubs lead 2-0 here. Bottom of the third. And this is July 8th as we now begin the second half of the season. Inside Pitch Advanced I will do a demo on it on Sunday afternoon at 12. That's what I'm planning on doing. And you will see the cards. You'll see pretty much everything. Whether I'm going to get, I've already asked Chris Davis on some of the rules that I want clarified. Noles will pitch 43, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly ball to right. Getting over there will be Moreland. He'll make the catch, and the Giants can't get anybody in. 2-0 after 3, no runs, a hit, and a walk. But I'm having a lot of fun with Fall Classic, though. I completely underestimated the game the first time I tried it. We go to the top of the fourth. Leading off for the Cubs will be Bull Durham, and he got a single his first time up. Laskey, 33, and that's going to be a base hit for Durham. He'll get a single. Durham winds up with the second hit of the game. And now the batter is Say. Durham not going to try to steal here. He'll stay at first. Laskey with the deal. 42, and that is going to be an out. And let's see what kind of out. That's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. And let's see. Or actually, no, it's going to be runner holds. It's going to be ground out to the pitcher. And fielder's choice at second. Refer to white die original roll if die number is 1, runner advances. So let's see. So the ground to the pitcher, fielder's choice out at second, 1-6. Refer to die roll from original if die number is a 1, runner advances. That's a 2. So no, that's going to be a fielder's choice. So Durham will be out at second base, and Say will take over, 1 down. Here's Moreland. Moreland is 0 for 1. Say on it first. Laskey will throw 35, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly out to right field. Ron Say will stay where he is. And getting to that is going to be Jack Clark, 2 down. And now a chance for Boa. Boa's 0 for 1. Laskey has settled down since the first inning. Oh, yes, that's right. Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Candlestick Park. Laskey, 21, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be, I'm going to call that a ground ball to first base, and Evans has got it. Laskey will come over to receive the ball, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. They're up 2-0, but Laskey has definitely settled down since the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for the G-men will be Chili Davis. I always felt Chili Davis was a solid player. Does anybody agree with me on that? Davis got a single his first time up. Pitch from Noles, 55, and he's going to get himself hit one hard deep into the corner, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Chili Davis running around second. He's going to try for third. They're not going to get him. That's going to be a triple for Chili Davis. So Davis gets himself a 3-bagger, and he'll hold it third. Big-time triple there for Davis. And now a chance for May. May is 0 for 1. The infield is going to play in for the Cubs. 2-0 Cubs. Cubs trying to get a win and get closer to 500. Giants are only one game above 500. Remember, you got to have a winning record, even if you're in the top 3, to make the playoffs. Noles will pitch. 65, and that is a possible home run for May. And I'll be against Noles is an 8 pitcher. That's a 1-6. That's an 8. That is not going to be a home run. Instead, that is going to be a deep fly. That's going to be a fly out to right. And Chili Davis, though, let's see, a strong arm holds the runners, though. Right fielder for the Cubs is Moreland. He has a weak arm. And so Davis that's going to be a sacrifice fly. Davis will score. It's now 2-1. So Davis comes in and it's now 2-1 there as the Giants are on the board. So that will be a sacrifice fly for May. Sacrifice fly to right. He does get an RBI. And now the batter is Kuiper. Kuiper is 0 for 1. Now a 2-1 ball game. Noles will pitch. And that's going to be an out. 36 is an out. And that is going to be a ground ball right to short. Easily handled there by Boa. And he throws to first for the out. 2 outs. Here's Laskey. Laskey's 0 for 1. Noles. And 25, that's going to be a swing and a miss, and struck him out. Side retired. And that is the second strikeout for Noles. But the Giants get a run. 1 run on 1 hit and a sacrifice fly. 2-1 Cubs now after 4. Top of the 5th. And Jody Davis leads off for the Cubs. He walked his first time up. Pitch coming from Laskey. And 65, that's off the 65, a possible home run. And Laskey is an 8 pitcher. That would be a 1-14. That's an 8. That's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Jody Davis. Stadium groans. Jody Davis goes ahead and gets a hold of one as Laskey puts that one right over the plate. He pitched Jody Davis a meatball, and Davis turned that into lasagna. And it's now 3-1 Cubs. And now here's Noles. Noles is 0 for 1. Laskey will pitch. 46, and that's off the ballpark. That's a 13, and that's going to be fouled into close to the stands. And going after that is the first baseman, and Darrell Evans is going to have a play. He's going to make the catch in foul territory. That's going to be a foul out to first, 1 out. So he pops it high into the foul territory, but that will be the call. Hall is up next. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Laskey will pitch. 42, and that will be an out. And that's going to be a hard line drive right to second base. That's going to be out number 2. Line out to second, 2 away. And now here's Sandberg. Sandberg is 1 for 2 with a single. 3-1 Cubs, top of the 5th. Pitch from Laskey, 42, and that's going to be an out as well. This is going to be a grounder to second base. Up with it is Kuiper. He'll go ahead and send it over to first and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. A solo bomb by Jody Davis puts the Cubs ahead. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the order for the Giants. Here's Johnny LeMaster. And he's 1 for 2. Noles will set up and pitch. And 63. And that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly ball hit to right. Easy play for Moreland. And he'll put it away for the out. One down. Here's O'Malley. O'Malley is 0 for 2. Noles will deal it. 34, and that's going to be a base hit. Single for Tom O'Malley. And he gets a base hit there, and it's his first hit of the game. Here's Evans. Evans is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. O'Malley on it first. Noles will pitch. 45, and that is going to be an out. Let's see what kind of out, and it's going to be a fly out to left. And O'Malley will stay where he is. And coming in to get that is Bull Durham, 2 down. Now the batter is Clark. Clark is 1 for 1. He's got a single and a walk. Hope you guys are enjoying a little fall classic baseball. Noles will pitch. 65. That's a possible home run for Jack Clark. But Noles is an A pitcher. A 1-6 would have to be. That's a 13, and instead that is going to be a fly ball deep to left field, but it's going to stay in the park, and that'll be grabbed there by Leonard. That'll be grabbed there by Durham, and the inning is over. So no runs and a hit for the Giants. The Cubs have a 3-1 lead after 5. Sixth inning now. Laskey still has some left in the tank. Bill Buckner leads off for the Cubs. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Laskey, 64, and that's going to be an out, and it's going to be a grounder to second base. Ground out to second, handled there by Kuiper. Over to first it goes. And now Bull Durham. Durham is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles tonight. Pitch from Laskey, 64, and that's also going to be an out, and it's going to be a pop fly. That's going to be popped up. And coming to go get that is going to be, calling for it is Kuiper, and he's going to get that for out number 2. So Kuiper's going to make another put out this inning, 2 away. And now the Penguin. Say is 0 for 2. Laskey, go pitch. 56, and that is going to be a nice swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. That is the second strikeout for Laskey, and 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Noles is pitching pretty well tonight. Both pitchers are an A grade tonight. Laskey gave up only 2 earned runs in the start. The Noles gave up only 2 earned runs in the start. So my kind of rule is that if a pitcher gave up 0, 1, 2, or 3 runs, a starting pitcher, he's an A. 4, 5, or 6, he's a B. And 7, 8, 9, he's a C. And that's why I go by the rule. That's a rule I'm kind of using depending how they started. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Jeffrey Leonard leads off for the G-Men. He's 0 for 2. Pitch coming from Noles, 22, and that's going to be a base hit for Leonard. He'll slap that one right up the middle, and it'll be a single for him. So Leonard has a base hit. And now here's Davis. Davis is 2 for 2, a single and a triple. Leonard on it first. He did steal some bases, but he did not get the steal sign here. So he's going to stay at first. Noles will go ahead and pitch to Davis. And 54, that's going to be that's going to be a wild pitch chance. And refer to pitcher's wild pitch rating. And if 7, it's a wild pitch. Noles has a 1-17. That is going to be a wild pitch, and Leonard goes to second. Wild pitch on Leonard, on Noles, and now Leonard at second base. They'll redo it. Noles will go ahead and pitch. 64, and that is going to be an out. And it's going to be a line out. That's going to be a line out to second base, and Leonard will stay put, 1 out. Hit hard to line out, but that's easily grabbed there by Sandberg, 1 down. And now here's May. May is 0 for 2, but he does have a sacrifice fly. Leonard on at second. Noles sets up and deals. 63, and that is going to be another out, and it's going to be a line out to left field. If white die is 1, the left fielder makes a sliding catch. Nope, the white die is a 3. And if there's a runner on first, he gets caught off base thinking it fell safely for a hit. Others return to their base safely. So if the white die is 1, the left field makes a sliding catch. It's a 3. It's just going to be a line out to left, 2 away. Hard hit to left field, but Bull Durham gets that play. And now here's Kuiper. Kuiper is 0 for 2. 3-1 Cubs, bottom of the 6th. Pitch coming from Noles. 31. Now I'm going to call now I said that I wanted to do something that we're doing. A 31 is a single off of Noles' card, but Tony Porter utilizes that now as a range play. So I got a 9 there. I'm going to say that's a range to right field. As a hit, when we use it right there. So that's a 9. So we're going to say it's a range, it's a fly ball to right field. And the right fielder for the Cubs is Moreland. His range is a 7. If he gets it, he takes that single away and turns it into an out. Nope, that's going to be a base hit, and it's going to be a 1-base single, and Leonard will hold at third base. That's a rule that he kind of uses, which I wanted to try out. So it's only a 1-base single. It's only 1 base, and they'll go to even with 2 outs, and Leonard holds at third base. Actually, I think with 2 outs, he probably would score, but. So now, well, yeah. All right, so here's next batter is Laskey. Jim Cunnell joins us here at Candlestick Park. Laskey's the next batter, and he can pitch to 5 more batters. It's 3-1. I don't think you want Laskey to pitch here. That's going to be it for him. So Laskey coming out of the game, the Giants are going to go to the bullpen here with runners at the corners and 2 outs. And let's see if they're going to bring on to bat. And it is going to be Max Venable. 219 average, 6 homers, 27 RBIs. So Max Venable will go up against Noles here with 2 outs, 3-1, as Laskey leaves the game. So runners at the corners, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, 3-1 Cubs. Noles will go ahead and pitch. 56, and that is going to be a cold strike 3 on Venable, and the inning is over. He got him. And that is the 3rd strikeout for Noles. So no runs, 2 hits for the Giants in a wild pitch, but the Giants aren't able to do anything with it. 3-1 Cubs after 6. We go to the 7th, and leading off for the Cubs is going to be Keith Moreland, and he is 0 for 2. They got 2 righties on there, so the Giants going to bring on a new pitcher. Let's see what's going to be. And let's see who's coming on to pitch. And let's see. No. They're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Jim Barr. 5 wins, 3 losses, a couple of saves, a 137 whip. So Jim Barr will come on to pitch, and he is going to be a C pitcher. So Barr will come in. He'll be a C pitcher right now, and he'll pitch to Moreland. So 3-1 Cubs here, top of the 7th. Cubs trying to get a good win here. Giants trying to stay above 500. A loss here, they dropped to 500. Pitch coming from Barr. That's an 11. And, of course, what is it going to be? It's going to be a walk. And they ball 4. Doesn't matter what game I play. When I bring in a relief pitcher, it's either a hit or a walk, maybe 85% of the time. So Moreland trots to first. The next batter is Boa. And Boa's 0 for 2. Moreland will stay at first. Not really a threat. He's not a threat to go anywhere. Barr will pitch. 26, and that's going to be a base hit for Larry Boa. That's going to be a single. It'll be a base hit to center field. Moreland is going to hold at second base. He has an average speed, and he's going to hold at second according to the card. So he's going to hold here, fast to third. Moreland holds. So now runners at first and second here for the Cubs. And now the batter is Davis. Davis hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 1. Moreland on at second, Boa on at first. Fans here at Candlestick Park hoping Jim Barr can keep it where it is. Pitch coming from Barr at the 33, and that is going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single. That's going to be a single for Jody Davis, and it's going to be a base hit to left field. Second to home scores if weak or average arm. Left fielder is Leonard. He has an average arm, which means Moreland is going to come around and he will score. Boa will hold at second base, but that's going to be a base hit for Davis, and it's now 4-1 Cubs. Stadium groans. And now the batter is Noles, and Noles is going to bat. He's pitching a heck of a game here, although he will be actually is tired. Noles is tired. He's a good hitter, though. They're going to let him bat. He is an A pitcher still. So Boa on at second, Davis on at first. Now 4-1 Cubs. Pitch coming, and that's a 24, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out. Barr gets Noles to strike out. And now here's Hall. Hall is 0 for 2 with a walk. Boa on at second, Davis on at first. Barr will go ahead and pitch to Hall. And that's a 16. That's going to be a called strike 3 on Hall. Struck him out. Another big K there for Barr, 2 down. And the next batter is Sandberg. Sandberg is 1 for 3. Boa on at second, Davis still on at first. Fans here hoping Jim Barr can get through the inning and only give up the 1 run. 4-1 Cubs. Barr with the pitch. And 16, he'll get out of that. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. And Leonard is going to get to it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. The Cubs probably could have gotten more. But Jim Barr goes ahead and gets the job done to retire the side. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. It will be inside pitch tomorrow night. And our next game will be July 11th as we now begin the 3rd schedule block. So now from here on in, only teams that are in the playoff hunt will be shown on the board. And we're going to go to Stade Olympique as the Atlanta Braves will take on the Montreal Expos. Both these teams lead their divisions. Pete Falcone will be going for the Braves, and Ray Burris will be going for the Expos. That'll be our first game of the block. Okay, to go ahead and show some teams that are now only in the playoff hunt. So Falcone and Burris, the Braves and the Expos. That'll be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the seventh here. Cubs have a 4-1 lead on the Giants. The Giants won this game historically 4-1. No, the Mets are still alive there, Davo9, because the Mets are only, it's a big log jam for third. Remember, they have to be in the playoff hunt. So the Mets are, they're 7.5 games out of first, but they have a big log jam. Okay, for those of you wondering about the standings, if you looked at the standings, you'll see that the Mets, you got the Cubs are 43, the Phillies are 39, the Mets 37, Cubs 37, and Cardinals 36. And the Phillies are 39. So as long as you are within 5 games of third, you're still going to get shown. The Mets are still alive. We will probably see them one more time, unless of course, by the time I get to them, they are not in the playoff hunt. Pretty much what I do is I check the standings before I choose a game to see if it is actually worth playing. Little early, is it not in August yet? Remember, after the All-Star break is when I start making changes. July is when I've always started cutting teams off in July there, Doug. I've always started cutting teams off in July. So we go to the bottom of the seventh here, 4-1. Top of the order for the Giants. There's Johnny LeMaster. Noles is going to stay out there. He's still an A pitcher. So Noles is he'll stay an A pitcher until he gives up a run. Noles, 35. That's going to be a single. He'll go up and give a base hit to LeMaster. So LeMaster goes ahead and gets his single, gets his second hit of the game. And now the batter is O'Malley. O'Malley is 1 for 3. 4-1 Cubs. Giants trying to get something going. Pitch coming from Noles. 14, and that's going to be an out, and it's going to be a line out to second. That's going to be a line out to second base. It's going to be out number 1. That's grabbed by Sandberg, and that is out number 1. Next up is Evans. Evans is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles tonight. Noles, 65. That's off the ballpark card. That's a possible home run. I'm sorry, that's a possible home run. Noles a 1-6. That's an 18. That is not going to be a home run. That's going to be a fly ball, the deep away to center field. And going after that is going to be Mel Hall. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now here's Clark. Clark is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Midlife Crisis joins us here at Candlestick Park. Pitch coming from Noles. That's a 12. And a 1-16 is a walk. That's a 13. He walked him. Wow. A big-time walk by Jack Clark. He actually gives up the walk. He walks 74 times, and he actually uses good eye. And now runners at first and second on the base on balls. And now here's Leonard. Tying run at the plate for the G-men. Leonard is 1 for 3. LeMaster on at second. Clark on at first. Noles trying to get out of this jam now. 4-1 Cubs. Pitch coming in. 53. That's a possible strikeout. The 19 is a negative. It's going to be a range play. And it is going to be a range play to center field with a 2-base double. So center fielder going after that is Mel Hall. Not very good in center field. His range is a 4. No, that's going to be a double. That is going to be a double. The batter is going to be safe at second, and all runners will advance 3 bases. So LeMaster will score. Clark will score. Leonard holds at second base. It's 4-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! Big time double there by Jeffrey Leonard, as Mel Hall could not make the play. As he clears the bases. And now it's 4-3, and the batter is Davis. And that's going to be it for Dickie Noles. So Noles is going to come out of the game. The Cubs will go to the bullpen. And we'll see what they do here. Davis is, it doesn't matter what arm is on there. So let's see who the Cubs want to bring on to pitch. And let's see. It really doesn't matter. So let's see. And the bat pitcher comes here. So they're going to go with. They're going to save Lee Smith. So coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Bill Campbell. 6 wins, 8 losses, a 145 whip. So Campbell coming onto the mound. And he's going to be a C pitcher also. So both starters doing pretty good, but the relief pitchers are meh. So here's Bill Campbell now to pitch. He'll go up against Davis. 2 outs, 4-3 now. Giants are back in this game. Leonard on at second. Campbell will deal. 45, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Sandberg will get to that. He'll toss it over to first and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, and a walk. The Giants get it closer. It's now 4-3 after 7. One of the rare times I bring in a relief pitcher and he doesn't give up a hit or a walk. We go to the top of the 8th. And let's see. Leading off for the Cubs is going to be Bill Buckner. And Jim Barr coming out of the game. Giants are going to make a pitching change here. They're going to bring in a lefty to deal with the coming on here, I think. And coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Gary Lavelle. 7 wins, 4 losses, 20 saves. They're going to go ahead and bring him in now to pitch. They do have Greg Minton ready to go if necessary. But Gary Lavelle is going to come on to pitch for the G-Men. And he's going to be an 8 pitcher. So Gary Lavelle will go up to pitch against Buckner. Buckner 1 for 3. He's got a double. 4-3 Cubs. Pitch from Lavelle. 52. Possible strikeout. No. So now it's a possible error. And a possible error on the shortstop. A 1-base error. And that is LeMaster. His error rating is a 7. And he's going to make an error, and Buckner's going to be safe. Wow. Bad error there by LeMaster. And he makes a bad error out there, throws it a little wide. Buckner's safe at first. And that's going to be an E6. First error on the Giants. They didn't have any errors in the game historically. But Buckner's safe at first on a big-time error by LeMaster. And now here's Bull Durham. Durham 2 for 3, 2 singles. Lavelle, for once it does not get by Buckner. Lavelle will pitch. 55, and Durham's going to smack one into the outfield, and that's going to be hard hit, and that is going to be a double to right field. Bill Buckner, first to hold, and with 2 outs, assist, batter to third. No, Buckner will hold at third base. Durham holds there. You can see here, first to 1 hold, 2 outs and assist. It's not 2 outs. So that's going to be a double by Durham. And now the Cubs have a chance to get some more runs. Third hit of the game for Durham. It'll bring up the Penguin. The Penguin is 0 for 3. Infield is in with no one out. Buckner on at third. Durham on at second. Gary Lavelle coming in here, but already give an error, which was really not his fault. Lavelle will go ahead and pitch. 31, a single, but I'm going to roll to see if we have who gets a range play, and that's going to be a range play to third, and that's going to be O'Malley. His range is a 6. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. It'll be a single. That's going to be a base hit to left field. Buckner will go ahead and he will score. Durham, second home scores of weak or average arm. And the left fielder is Leonard. He does have an average arm. So Durham's going to come around. He will score. Say is on at first at 6-3 Cubs. Stadium groans. So the Penguin gets a 2 RBI single. And it is now 6-3 in favor of the Cubs. And now here's Moreland, as Gary Lavelle just didn't seem to have it here. So Moreland is 0 for 2, but the error really hurt. So Say on at first, now 6-3. Still no one out in the 8th. 22, and that's a base hit for Keith Moreland. That'll be a single. A base hit to center field. Ron Say will get to third. Moreland to first. And now runners at the corners and no one out. So an error in 3 straight hits for the Cubs. And now here's Boa. Boa's 1 for 3. Say on at third, Moreland on at first. Now 6-3 Cubs. Fans here at Candlestick Park seeing this game getting away from them. Lavelle will pitch to Boa. Infield is in. 15, that's going to be an out. And it's going to be, he's hitting from the right side, so it'll be a ground out to short. If playing infield hold rule, which means that Moreland will make second. They hold Say at third. The throw goes to first for the out, 1 down. So Moreland will move over. That'll be a ground out to third base. And that's the first out. And now here's Davis. Davis is 2 for 2, a home run and a single. The Giants are keeping the infield in. Say and Moreland on base. Who'd have thunk 2 major leaguers from Bumblefudge? Pitch from Lavelle. And 53, possible strikeout. No, it's going to be a range check. And it's going to be a range check to the second baseman for a single. Second baseman is Dwayne Kuiper. Not very good. His range is a 3. And that's an 18. That'll be a base hit. Say will go ahead and score. And Moreland, it's going to be a 1-base single. An infield single, actually. So Moreland goes to third. Davis goes to first. And the Cubs now have a 7-3 lead. Stadium groans. And that's going to be it for Gary Lavelle, as he's going to come out of the game as he's been ineffective. They'll go back to double play depth. The Giants are going to bring in another pitcher. Even with an A rating, it didn't matter. And we have a pinch hitter coming in for Bill Campbell. But the Giants will make a call first. And they are going to go with... They're going to bring out Andy McGaffigan. 3 wins, 9 losses, 2 saves, a 127 whip. So McGaffigan is now going to come on to pitch, and he is going to be a C pitcher. Wow, no B's today. So a pinch hitter coming in for Bill Campbell, as the Cubs will now bring on a pinch hitter for him. And they are going to go with Jay Johnstone. 257 average, 6 homers, 22 RBIs. May he rest in peace. Jay Johnstone will pinch hit against McGaffigan. 1 out here in the top of the 8th, but the Cubs now have a 7-3 lead. McGaffigan will pitch. And that is a 12. That's going to be an out. The infield is back, and it's going to be a grounder. That's going to be a ground ball to first base, and runner to second, batter first and third, runners advance. So it's going to be only a 3 unassisted. So Moreland will come in to score. They tried to maybe get the 2. Davis goes to second. There are 2 outs, but the Cubs now have an 8-3 lead. So they do wind up getting an RBI on that one, as the Cubs have now put a 4 spot in this inning, and now the batter is Hall. Hall is 0 for 3 with a walk. Davis on at second. McGaffigan will pitch. 41, and that's going to be ball 4. That's a base on balls. Hall will trot to first. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's a wild pitch followed by a walk. So Davis actually goes to third. So McGaffigan actually has an automatic wild pitch. I forgot he's a C pitcher, not an A. And Mel Hall will get to first. So now runners at the corners for Sandberg. Sandberg is 1 for 3. 1 for 4, actually. 2 outs. 8-3 Cubs. They are beginning to really take over this game here. Pitch from McGaffigan. 56, and that is going to be a strikeout. And I believe that will retire the side. 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 8th as the Cubs have now opened it up 8-3. Milton May leads off for the Giants. He is 0 for 3. Cubs need a new pitcher, and they may bring in the closer right now, and they probably might just do that. Try to maybe get 6 outs. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs, Hall of Famer Lee Smith. 4 wins, 10 losses, 29 saves. They're going to go with Smith now, and they're going to go ahead and let him pitch. Steeler fan joins us here at Candlestick Park. So bottom of the 8th, 8-3 Cubs. Lee Smith will go ahead and pitch to May. Smith is going to be a B pitcher. So he will be a B, and Smith will pitch. 45, and that is going to be an out, and it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Easily picked up there by the Penguin, and he throws to first for the out, 1 away. Next batter is Kuiper. Kuiper is 1 for 3. Smith will pitch. 45, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a hard hit line drive right to third. And that's a line out to third, 2 down. Nice play there by the Penguin. He hits it right to him, 2 down. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for McGaffigan as the Giants are going to go to the bench. And bringing up for the Giants is going to be Dave Bergman. 286 average, 6 homers, 24 RBIs that year in 83. So Smith will pitch. 51, possible strikeout. That is a no, so now it's going to be an error chance. And it's going to be off the third base exotic chart. Third base exotic chart. Third base exotic chart. Well, first we got to see if it's an error. And the third baseman is Ron Say. His error rating is a 5. He's not going to make an error. Say's going to go ahead and make the play. So I don't even need to check the chart. He's got it. Throws to first. Side retired. Ron Say makes all 3 putouts. 2 ground outs and a line out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Giants. 8-3 Cubs after 8. We go to the top of the 9th. And let's see here. Okay. Top of the 9th inning, Bill Buckner leads off for the Cubs. He is 1 for 4, doubled and reached on an error. Giants need a pitcher, and they're going to go with... Coming on to pitch for the Giants is going to be Rennie Martin. 2 wins, 4 losses, a 155 whip. So Martin is going to be the 5th Giant pitcher. They didn't have many pitchers in the bullpen for this game. He's going to be an A pitcher, though. So Rennie Martin will now pitch for the Giants here to start the top of the 9th. 8-3 in favor of the Cubs. Buckner will pitch. We'll get ready. Pitch from that 53, possible strikeout. That is a no. It's going to be a range play on the second baseman, a possible single. Second baseman is Kuiper. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to be a base hit for Buckner. He'll get there. Buckner leads off with a single as Kuiper couldn't make the play. And now here's Durham. Durham is 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double. Buckner on at first. Cubs have a 5-run lead. Martin, 14. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a double play. That's going to be an out X, and that's going to be an automatic double play. And I'm going to say that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs. As Leon Durham hits into an out X, and I call that an automatic double play no matter what. Doesn't have to be a ground out. That's going to be an out and 2 down. So he gets the twin killing, and now the batter is Say, and Say is 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI singles last time up. Martin, 26, and against the lefty, that would be a single. Martin's a righty. Instead, that's a comebacker right back to Martin. And Martin's going to get that and toss it over to first and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. They have an 8-3 lead here. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the order, though, for the Giants. Here's Johnny LeMaster, and he is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Lee Smith got plenty in the tank. So let's see what he can do. Lee Smith trying to get a 6-out save, although it's really not a save. He's actually trying to get a hold. Smith, 56, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. As LeMaster will go down, a big strikeout by Smith. He had 91 of them in 83. Good strikeout pitcher. Next up is O'Malley. O'Malley is 1 for 4. Pitch from Smith. 24, and that's hit by pitch 1-6. The 17 is too high. Instead, O'Malley's going to hit a fly ball to left. And that's going to be Durham getting to that. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And now the last chance for the Giants is Darrell Evans. Evans is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Smith looking on. The fans here at Candlestick Park hoping that maybe Evans can keep it going. And Frank Robinson, the Giant manager, well, not really happy with the outcome so far, but Smith will pitch. And that's a 64, and he's really not going to be happy with the outcome because that is a swing and a miss. Right out. That's your game. Cubs win. Cubs win. They'll go ahead and beat the Giants tonight, 8-3. Stadium groans. So the Cubs will get a victory tonight over the Giants, 8-3. The Cubs will now go to 38-42, and now the Giants drop to 40-40. They're at 500. So a nice win here for the Cubs tonight. Final line score coming up. For the Cubs, 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For the Giants, 3 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Dickie Noles. He's going to wind up with the win. Bill Laskey is going to take the loss. Campbell and Smith are both going to get holds. So a nice victory for the Giants tonight, for the Cubs tonight. But we will see what happens here as we are not done. 10-minute ticker is next. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little fall classic. It'll be inside pitch tomorrow night as we go back and forth here between the 2 games. For those of you wondering about Inside Pitch Advanced, I do intend to do a demo on it on Sunday afternoon because I'm still waiting for some rules clarifications from Chris. And then I'll see while we do it. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. By the way, for those of you wondering about FastScore Baseball, the 2024 season from Brian Davis is currently working. Is that new? It will be new, Davo9, if you've not see. Craig Scarborough did a first look on Inside Pitch Advanced. No cards or anything like that. Nothing to show. He just tried to introduce it. Unfortunately, he does not have many subscribers. He only has 44 subscribers. Not many people knew about it when he released it. So I went to Chris. I said, Chris, you have to let me demo it because I got almost 1,000 people who can see it and know I'll be doing it. So he did not do any cards. I, however, do have cards, sort of, in PDF that I'm going to print on regular paper, and you'll see how this game looks on Sunday. That's Inside Pitch Advanced. The two seasons he's been testing is 1978 and 1984. I'm probably going to choose 1970. Two teams from 1978. Probably the Yankees and the Royals. Probably. Yes, check it out and you'll see all about it. It is not released yet. It is still in the beta. I would call it right now in the alpha stage still, not in the beta stage. It is time for 10-minute tickers. Let's see here. So the Cubs actually get the win on the G-Men. Let's now begin the second half of the 83 season. July 8th, Seattle at Baltimore. Mariners 164, that is 6. Orioles 1252, and that is also 6. They will go to extras. Seattle rolls a 3 plus 0. Baltimore rolls a 5 plus 0. And the O's will get the win. California at Boston. Angels 1951. That is 7. Red Sox 1123. And that is 3. It's a win for the Halos. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Brewers 966. That's 10. White Sox 1536. And that is 5. Win for the Brew Crew. Oakland at Detroit. Athletics 942, 4 runs. Tigers 1541, 5 runs. It's a win for the Cats. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 1624, that's 4. Royals 762, and that is 6. It's a win for the Royals. Cleveland at Minnesota. Indians 1756, that is 8. Twins 1144, that is 5, and that is a win for the Twins. Rangers and the Blue Jays. Rangers 851, and that is 5. Blue Jays 1263, that is 8. It's a win for the Bluebirds. Philadelphia and the Reds. Phillies 466, that's 9. Reds 043, that's 3. And that goes to the Phils. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 524, and that is 2. Dodgers 421, that's 1. Raise the Jolly Roger. Braves and the Expos. Braves 814, that's 1. Expos 533, that's 3. A win for the Spos. Astros and the Mets. Astros 966, that's 10. Mets 142, and that's 3. That goes to the Stros. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 1223, that is 3. Padres 863, that is 7. And the Padres get the win. Right now, the Padres don't look like they're going away. July 9th, Seattle at Baltimore. Mariners minus 235, that is 2. Orioles 1645, and that's 6. And here come the O's. California at Boston. Angels 1234, and that's 4. Red Sox 12-15, and that is 2. And right now, Red Sox look like they're just going to fade away into this season. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Brewers 14-21, that's 3. White Sox 14-26, that's 4. A win for the Pale Hose. Oakland at Detroit. Athletics 5-65, that is 8 runs. Tigers 12-26, that's 3 runs. A win for the A's. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 10-61, and that is 7. Royals 6-33, and that is 3. That's a win for the Bronx Bombers. Cleveland at Minnesota. Indians 8-63, 7 runs. Twins 14-16, and that is 2 runs. Go Tribe. Texas at Toronto. Rangers 8-61, 6 runs. Blue Jays 7-53, 5 runs. That's a win for the Lone Stars. Philadelphia and the Reds. Phillies 16-65, that is 10. Reds 4-45, and that is 4. And the Reds are beginning to fade a little bit. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 2-32, and that's 2. Dodgers 5-44, and that is 4. That's a win for the Dodgers. Braves and the Expos. Braves 8-41, and that is 4. Expos 6-63, and that is 7. Another win for the Expos. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win the division. Astros and the Mets. Astros 5-44, and that is 4. Mets 4-52, and that is also 4. They'll have to go to extras on that one. Astros roll a 1, plus 2 is 3. Mets roll a 5, plus 0 is 5. And the Mets will get a happy recap. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 7-43, and that's 4. Padres 9-51, and that is 5. Another win for the Friars. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs 10-15, 2 runs. Giants 11-51, and that's 5 runs. And the G-Men will get a win. July 10th, Seattle at Baltimore. Mariners minus 331, and that's only 2. Orioles 11-55, and that is 6. And the Orioles pretty much do their job. Angels and the Red Sox. Angels 11-56, and that's 7. Red Sox 14-54, and that is also 7. They will go to extras. Angels roll a 3, minus 2 is 1. Boston rolls a 4, plus 1 is 5. That will be a win for the Red Sox. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Brewers 6-61, and that is 6. White Sox 16-65, that's 10. Win for the Pale Hose. Oakland at Detroit. Athletics 4-16, and that is 1. Tigers 16-11, that's 0. Wow, what a loss there for the Tigers. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 11-13, that is 1. Royals 5-11, that's 0. A win for the Bombers. Cleveland at Minnesota. Indians 12-63, and that is 8. Twins 16-31, and that is 4. It's a win for the Tribe. Texas and the Blue Jays. Rangers 136, 3 runs. Blue Jays 636, 3 runs. They're going to extras. Rangers roll a 6, minus 4 is 2. Toronto rolls a 3, plus 0 is 3, and that's going to be a win for the Bluebirds. Philadelphia and the Reds. Phillies 3-33, and that's 3. Reds 11-11 at 0. Another win for the Fightin' Phils. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 845, that's 5. Dodgers 453, and that just makes 5 as well. They're going to extras also. Pirates roll a 4 plus 0. Dodgers roll a 6 plus 2 is 8. That's going to be a win for the Dodgers. Braves and the Expos. Braves 1142, and that is 5. We have these two teams tomorrow night. Expos 821, and that is 2. That's a win for the Bravos. Astros and the Mets. Can my Mets get 2 happy recaps tonight? Astros 953, and that is 5. Mets 562, that is 6. And my Mets get 2 happy recaps tonight at the expense of Steeler fans. Astros. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 333, and that's 3. Padres 1046, and that is 5. This Padres team could be very interesting in the playoffs if they get there. Cubs and the Giants in a doubleheader. Cubs 1263, and that is 8. Giants 1222, that is 3. The Cubs win the first one. Cubs 332, that is 2. Giants 1066, that is 10, and they will split the twin bill. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 11th as we now begin the third schedule block. Now, only teams that are in the playoff hunt will be shown, and we're going to Stade Olympique as the Atlanta Braves will take on the Montreal Expos. Pete Falcone will be going for the Braves, and Ray Burris will be going for the Spos. A battle of two teams at the top of their division. Falcone and Burris, Braves and Spos. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Cubs win. Cubs win. They will beat the Giants tonight 8-3. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.